What's up, guys? Zunara here, and today we're going to be going over the new cards that was released in set 7, I believe, with Aquaforce, Bermuda Triangle, Angel Feather, and Great Nature. Okay, I thought I forgot for a sec. But yeah, let's just get started with the Grade Zero. So we got Angelic Star Coral. So, before I talk about Angelic Star Coral, Top Owl Riviere has received the buff that if you do not add Top Owl Riviere or Super Owl Riviere to your hand, if you rode Mermaid Idol Riviere, you call this card. And basically, Angelic Star Coral does the same thing. That if you did not add Aurora Star Coral or Shine Star Coral from your hand, when you ride Fresh Star Coral, which is a grade 1, you call this card. And when another unit other than Fresh Star Coral rises unit, you call this card. So either way, both of them, if you get it, you +1. If you don't, you +1. So cool. Now the grade 1s, we have Fresh Star Coral, which is the same as Mermaid Idol Riviere. Basically, if you ride on top of their respective grade 0s, they get 1k. And Fresh Star Coral is a different skill from the grade 1 Riviere. So on VC, when another unit other than Shiny Star Coral rises unit, look at the top 7 cards from the top of your deck and ride a Shiny Star Coral. So it helps fix your ride chain. So if you miss it, you get it indefinitely. And you get +1 soul. You get +1 soul in the process. So we have another card, which I predicted in one of my latest videos that we might get. I wasn't too sure, but we have it now. Sweet Harmony Mona. So on RC, one play count +1 to return one of your other regards in your hand. So this probably won't be safe played now, since there isn't any like bounce targets you want to return to get some like huge effect, like more power. That isn't just 2k, but you can do that if you want. You can return cards such as Martoa to draw extra cards, which I think it's okay, but I wouldn't recommend it. We have another card, which is a common, which is Mirror Demon Biscayne. Not sure about this card, Mirror Diva. So on RC, Soul Boss 1, look at the top 7 cards for the top of your deck and add a Mirror Diva to your hand. So she does a couple things. She starts getting rid of that access soul. You look at the top 7 to add 2 +1. That means you get another booster. And she shuffles the deck. So if you have Top Owl Pacifica as your Vanguard, put a trigger back, you can shuffle, no longer at the bottom of your deck. The fact that Siske hurts it a little bit, but it's not too bad, I feel. Probably won't be same play right now, but it's still a pretty decent tech for Top Owl Pacifica decks. So next we have Library Mordana Round, and the skill is an RC. It does not have a CB cost, which is a buff from the original game. When placed, if you have 4 life cards in your damage zone, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face down. At the end of your turn, return a card for your damage zone to your deck at random. We'll prioritize face-on cards. So basically, these type of cards are supposed to facilitate to limit breaking, because if your opponent stops you at 3, and you can't use your limit break skills, call this card, laugh in their face. You can still use your limit break skills. So we have 2 new cards for the grade 2. We have Shiny Star Coral, which is basically like the Riviera grade 2, that if you ride a grade 1, which in this case is Fresh Star Coral, this unit gets 1k power. So it's a 10k during both you and your opponent's turn. And on VC, when this unit hits a Vanguard, you may return up to 1 of your front row regards to your hand. And if you have Fresh Star Coral in your soul, they may return 1 of your back row regards to your hand. So it allows you to be more aggressive. As I said in my last video, you call your PGs. If you get the ride chain off, you go off the back during mid-battle phase. You get some important units that you want out. So like if you use the Perle Perla, Perle combo. Return both of them to your hand. You can do it again next turn. And yeah. Also, I forgot to mention the fact that you can still play this card as a tech on your Vanguard circle to return one of your front row rear guards, because you don't need, like this first part right here, you don't need Fresh Start Coral to activate the effect of the first effect, if you get what I'm saying. So you can put this in a like Riviere deck if you want, and return your front row rear guard. You might want to return something like Carle or Rio to get the extra plus, or even Perla, so you can keep her for next turn so you can get extra attack. To get more draw. And another grade 2 that's a common, Ateli Beauty Lore. Basically, it's the same as Ryan. It's a self-damager that allows you to get to limit break if you're stuck under 3 damage. Now, for JP and Global, I forgot to say, if I didn't say before, with Riviere, I made a video a couple hours ago. Velvet Voice Reindeer is now 11k, which is really good. I'll talk about that later. Why is that good for the clan? Why is that good for Zero? And why it might be stable for a bit longer than what I hope to be. So, all right, now to the 3 grade 3s that was released in this set. So first I'll talk about the corals, since they're easier to talk about. So we have Aurora Star Coral, a double R, 10k power. She has limit break. When this unit has the Vanguard, this unit gets 5k power to end the battle. And Caramas 1 on Vanguard Circle to soul charge and return what you regress in your hand. Then on Vanguard Circle, you have Shining Star Coral, grade 2 in your soul. This unit gets 1k power. So if you get all these effects off, well, not the middle one, but the first and second one, she's a 60k attacker, which can make numbers against Cross Ride and allow you to hit most Vanguards in the game. So that is pretty good. Her skill to Caramas 1 is soul charge to return her Vanguard to your hand. If you have like access cards that bounce, so like the Blazer Idols or even Carle, you can return it to hand and give an extra unit more power, or you can use their skill to refix your board for a later turn. So I think it's pretty good. It's a double R, so that means people who want to play Bermuda don't have to wail on trying to get the triple R's like Parlay and Reindeer and all that stuff. So you have a nice budget deck for Bermuda. And we have Shangri-La Star Coral. So limit break 4, Caramas 1. This unit gets 3k power to the end of the turn. Then return one of your rear guards in your hand and put a card coral from your hand into your soul. If you put draw 2 cards. Then she has a crossride with her double R, Aurora Star Coral. She gets 2k power, so she's a 13k base for both turns. So again, this allows you to be a little more aggressive. If you call it PGs or cards that gain power or benefit from being placed, you can return it to hand. You can draw 2 cards, and she's a 60k swing if you get them off. She can put the grade 3 in the soul to get cross ride if you get to 4 damage. It's pretty decent. A built-in draw engine, as I said in my last video about the cards that was revealed. So I'll talk about like the strengths of the deck in another video. So then lastly, the last grade 3, we have Eternal Pacifica. With this unit attached to Vanguard, Caramas 2, limit break, if I didn't say before, to return 2 your rear guards in your hand. Call card for your deck. You may also return 1 or less, and the effect will still be activated. So, cross-ride with top out Pacifica. This unit is 2k power, so she's 13k base of both you and your opponent's turn. Pacifica is a card that you want to use where your opponent's at 4 or 5 damage because it gives you extra attack. You can predict to hit over triggers. It deck thins. It allows you to call your PGs in to return them I know I say that a lot, but the fact that Bermuda can comfortably call PGs and not have to worry about how I'm going to get it back is amazing. Since a lot of clans cannot do that and just return it back. A lot of people call it on their final turns, but we could comfortably just call them and return them back. If you're confident you're not going to lose that turn, you can. But Pacifica can do it mid-battle phase. If you're afraid of losing, just return it back. The cross ride is nice too, but her main effect is that she gets extra attack. You can return a PG for your hand as a booster. And you can make some pretty nice pluses during the battle phase. So, yeah. So that is pretty much it for the new cards that was put into the set. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't add Minato, I believe, dancing Disney fan princess Minato, because that is facilitated and probably designed for break rides. And then if you ride a grade 3 and the grade 3 is on the field, she gets 10k power. And I thought they was going to add. There was a promo that was released around during this time, which had an on-hit effect, which you can return herself to hand and call it, but it's not here. So I'm pretty sure that might be a card later in the future, or a card with Prism. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.